That fire is grown. We got a nice hot bed of coals. Let's feed this with some more wood. Wood isn't 100% dry, but we got such hot coals in here that the wood will dry regardless. And we're outside, so I'm not worried about building up too much creosote that will start firing. It's super hot, man. Man, that's raging. Man. Let's get some more wood chunks in there, so we're good for a little bit. Right? Got my little poker here, just in case I need to put that in there. We're burning all hardwood. Let's coat that up. Let's last us a nice little while. And we're gonna make some sausage on here. Okay? We're gonna make some sausages and we're gonna make some cabbage. All right. So I got a lot of bark, a lot of tree bark here, and we got we got stuff that's seasoned. We got stuff that's a little bit unseasoned. Okay. But hope y'all like my makeshift table right here. All right. So we're cooking sausages and cabbage. All right. I'm on makeshift table. All right. Let's get these ingredients ready. Let me know how y'all like my makeshift table right here. Let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. You know, it's just a log table right here. It's convenient. Nice little log table for the free. All right. Some of that wood is drying out. It's not 100% dry, as you can see. We got some smoke coming out there, but it'll dry up in a minute. Dry up in a little bit of smoke.
It's raw syrup for.
Right, so I don't have most of my wood is not 100% seasoned. Okay, but that's not gonna stop us from cooking outside. I'm not gonna throw the unseasoned wood in the indoor wood burning stove, but out here I'll do it. Let that dry up. Okay.
The door won't open.
Yeah, we're gonna cook some cabbage and some sausage. All right. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, so we're gonna make some cabbage and sausage right here. Let's open up this sausage here. So we're gonna make some hot and sweet Italian sausage, and we're gonna make some cabbage. I already got the cast iron pan over here preheated, and I put a steel plate on top. I have a elongated steel plate that I have on top of this tent stove because I wanted the middle piece to be hot, and then because the side pieces are not on the wood burning stove, it's less heat on the outside. So if I want to have smaller pans, I want to have something that's just like staying warm. I can be able to put it to the side and keep these pans warm. So technically, if this pan wasn't so big, I have three smaller pans on here, two staying warm, one staying real hot in the middle. So that's what that top plate is for. So it's a nice thick steel gauge. Right, so let's open up the sausage here. Slow these right on in. Let's see how hot we got so far. If it's not too hot, I'm just gonna put this over an open fire. So far, we got some decent heat. Not the most. I can always take, like I said, I can always take this off, and we got open fire right under this steel plate right here. So I want to see how this steel plate transfers the heat right here, right now. So we're just testing this one out right here. Tested out the stove already. Stove is stove. Nice meal. I'll go back and check that out. I was testing out the rocket stove versus this tent stove right here. Okay. And the tent stove, I think the tent stove performed better than the rocket stove, but they both performed well. They both did good. What are we cooking? We're cooking sausage and cabbage. Right now, I just threw the sausages on there. All right, let's see what these sausages doing. All right. I'm just saying how much heat transfer I'm getting between the stove and this steel plate. I'm just trying the steel plate for the first time. Look like, some heat's coming through. It's cooking, but it's cooking slow. All right, so I got a good mind to peel off that steel plate in a minute We're gonna get us the sausage a minute. But if it don't cook super fast how I want it to, we're gonna end up peeling off that steel pan and we're gonna go over open fire. But with the cabbage, I definitely want to probably keep that on. I don't want to burn my cabbage. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna exercise that damper, and we're gonna see if we can turn down that heat when it's time to cook the cabbage. Y'all see that fire raging for that sausage right there. All right. And help with the sausage cook the last thing. Make sure we cook them all through. We don't like this. Half here. But three of them are hot sausage. Hot Italian sausage. I'll open these up. Split them open. Okay. Lay them flat. They'll cook faster like that. Time for it. So my mindset is I want to take the steel plate off for the sausage to cook over the fire. But that steel plate is hot. And if I take it off, I'm probably not gonna put it back on for that cabbage. It's gonna take a long time to heat back up. So likely if I take it off, it's gonna stay off. And then I'm just gonna have to cook over open fire cabbage, which I brought out the wok for the cabbage. And we'll just not put so much water in there, but just let the cabbage cook off the coals. Coals is plenty to cook the cabbage. Got the fire raging for the sausage. Right? Just open these up. I'll show you. I'll get a close up in a second. Finish cutting these open. I take off the gloves. Don't want cross contamination. Small meat right here. Bust this open. Mommy, I need to know because I have to go potty. We're cooking for the free. I don't know if you ever see that over behind me, but I got a nice ship of free balls behind me. I'm cooking on this wood burning stove. I don't want to keep heating up the house. Just get things
Oh, fast.
with wood. House is wood, cook with wood, and I just want to get the wood and chill with it. Outside, cook with energy costs are out the body. So yeah, the more I can do to lessen cost of energy, I want to do that. And plus, I just like being outdoors, cooking outdoors. A little bit of smoke out here, so I can move away. I'm sure that's screen outside. Children. So the sausage is on there, and it's cooking slow. All right. I don't like that. So put this down. And we're gonna likely. I'm like gonna peel that steel plate off, man. We look like we're gonna go over open fire. All right. My house is screaming. Yeah. All right. So let's get a little close up, and then we're gonna go over the open fire, man, because this thing is cooking a bit slow. That fire is going though. Don't get me wrong. That fire in there is going. Fire's going. All right. We got the sausage on there. 3 hot, 3 sweet Italian sausage. But yeah, look at that fire. That fire is raging. Man, that fire is going. Okay? It's tensed over here. Let's open that up. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Look at that. That's a beautiful raging fire right there. Okay? Now we're going to close that up. Let's close that up. All right? And I'm likely going to take off that steel plate. All right? Hell no. That fire is AI generated. My man tripping. It's beautiful though. It looked like it could be an AI fire, but that's the real deal. And what we burning today? We burning bark. We're burning oak tree and maple tree bark. I got some thin slices that have been drying quicker, but we got a ton of wood. I got a ton of oak and maple right there that I've been chopping up, busting down in the logs right there. And then y'all see it back there. I got cords of wood that I've been chopping up, but it's all unseasoned. It's all unseasoned right there, okay? All right, so while that's drying, that's gonna take some time to dry. These little pieces right here, like these thin slices, when I'm like shaving off some of the bark, these thin slices right here that dry a lot quicker, this is what I've been burning lately, okay? So I had some other wood that's dry, but when I get these thin slices that's like this right here, I can sit them out in the sun and they start drying, I'll burn those. I don't have a problem burning those, all right? So let's open this up. Let's add some more wood in here, all right? Cool. Let's throw a few more pieces in there. To keep that fire going nice and hot. And we're gonna take off that steel. We're gonna take off that steel plate so that we can get a good open fire because these sausages are cooking mighty slow, a lot slower than I want them to cook. So let's take off that steel plate. All right, I'm gonna have to get some gloves for that. Yeah, we don't have to get the gloves for that one. All right, unless I kick it off. I don't want to have to kick it off. But my table fell. Let's pick up this table. This is one of the rounds that I just chopped more recent. I'm like, I don't have an outdoor table that I'm slicing stuff and cooking with. So I said, you know what, let me put a few rounds together and why not cook on it? This is like a 35, 36-inch round right here. All right. Now we're gonna cut up our cabbage right here. But in the meantime, between time, I want to get that steel plate off of there. And we got some decent woods. We got some decent, some of this is most like halfway dry. It's not like 20% most of it, but it's good enough to cook with. We'll cook with it outside. So let's get this out the way. All right. I need a glove. Let's see if we can get that steel plate off of here. I don't have heat resistant gloves out here really. Hmm. So the plan is I'm gonna try to kick that off of there. So we got the steel plate off of there. All right, we got that off of there. It's just sitting on the rock right now. Good. Let me keep it pitched a little bit. Gotta get a little bit more. I can hear it. It's cooking. It's cooking a lot quicker already. Already, it's cooking a lot quicker. All right, let's go closer. Okay, let's see what we got going on. All right, what's going on, Blackie Schwarzer? What's going on? All right, peace, peace. All right, we got our sausages going. I hear that fire. We got sizzling going on now. We weren't getting the sizzling going on before. A lot the heat wasn't transferring too good through this steel plate. Like it was cooking something. It was cooking but real slow. Let's check under here. We are now getting sizzling. So we're cooking. We're good. We're better over that open fire right now. Especially we cooking meat. So we want to make sure we're gonna cook this all the way through. All right. Now I like to sometimes I took off my gloves for the make sure we're not getting no cross contamination. But when they start to curl up, that's why I want to make sure it's kind of split in the middle like that, so they can kind of lay flat. Not only cooking stainless steel or cast iron or carbon steel. I don't do non-stick pans. It's not my thing. All right. We're just gonna get this sausage out the way. Try to keep these flat. We're decent for the most part. Let's flip it over. See how we're looking. Not bad, not bad. We're gonna try to keep those flat. All right, we're cooking now. We are getting somewhere. All right. While this sausage, I'm gonna flip this over, and while the sausage is cooking, I'm gonna cut up this cabbage. All right, these sausages are doing that thing. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So let's cut this cabbage up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get this cabbage cut. I mean, this is outdoor cooking. We're not in the woods, but this is still, this is outdoors. Outdoor cooking, backyard lumberjack. Makeshift table here. All right. And anything left over from this cabbage head is going in the compost. All right. I cook, I like to cook outdoors. I grow my own food for the most part. I'm not gonna say I grow everything, but when I can, I grow it. All right. I got fruit trees in the backyard, radishes, turnips, what you name it, man. Lettuce, kale, got a lot of stuff. I got my other YouTube channel, Root Healthy Plants. Put it in the YouTube search engine. You type in Root Healthy Plants, like Root ROOT, like ROOT, two O's, Root Healthy Plants as one word. You'll see me pop up. Right? Been growing my own food for years now. Been getting a lot better at it. Been making my own hot sauces. I can't put it all on me. My wife, I've been doing the growing. My wife's been really kind of more getting at there, making a hot sauce though. It's custom cabbage here, and I got cabbage in the ground. Got cabbage growing, radishes getting ready to go in the ground, more turnips. I just put some ghost peppers in the ground yesterday, some habanero peppers, some jalapeno peppers, some Hungarian wax peppers, um, um man, some regular sweet bell peppers. We got a lot of stuff growing, man. Let's bust this in half. Bust this one in half too. All right. Let's get the wok. That's where we're gonna have that. All right. That's gonna go over the open fire inside the wok. We're gonna split this up. And the cabbage, man, the cabbage gives off a nice amount of moisture. I like to give like a slight little coating in the beginning just so it don't stick. But a lot of moisture comes from the cabbage, so I don't really have to add, a ton of butter or oil or anything like that. It's the water. There's a lot of water in the cabbage, a lot of moisture in it. But it's a good vegetable, man. I love my cabbage. Y'all let me know. Y'all eat cabbage? Y'all cook outside? Anybody into cooking over the wood burning stove? You know, is this something that you would like to do? Is this like a foreign concept, or what's your experience? What's your preferred wood burning stove? Because this right here, this is my practice for the winter. I'm getting an indoor wood burning stove this year, and I'm practicing outdoors with this one. Got this one for about 130 bucks. And yeah, nah, we are off to the races. I like cooking on this thing for free. I got all this wood for free. I'm using it, cooking with it, man. What we talking about in the chat? Okay. Just got one from Timu. Okay. Stove good or bad? This one is good, man. I'm cooking with it. I can't complain. We cooking sausages right there. All right, let's check on our sausage. I can't say this is a bad stove, man. I'm cooking and I'm cooking for free. All right, so right now we down to the coals. All right, so I'm gonna add some more wood in there to get that fire back whipping. Okay, so let's see what we gonna add. I've been getting a lot of tree bark. All right, so we're gonna open that up. We're gonna add some of this tree bark. We got plenty of tree bark, and I don't want to let that go to waste. That burns just like wood burns. It all burns. It all comes from the tree. We're not gonna waste that. All right, so I'm gonna stuff a bunch of this wood bark. It's all like oak bark right here. All right. So I've been like yesterday, I was out here shaving off the bark off the tree and peeling it off. All right, because I want to try to make some cords of wood that's going to dry faster. And the more we take off the bark, because the bark is like a protective layer for the tree to retain moisture and stuff. So if I take, I'm like, if I take off that bark, I can get the wood to dry even faster. Yeah, we're not gonna waste it. Though. The must not waste it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's save it, dry it out. We're gonna burn it. We're just gonna cook with it. That's all. We're gonna cook with it. All right. So let's close that up, and I might need to take off that last piece. Let's close that up and let the coals do their thing. Let the coals light that up in there. Okay. But we're cooking. Let's check. Let's check on this sausage right here. We got browning. Look at that. It's hard to say that this is a bad stove. I got this from Amazon for 130 bucks, man. Look, we cooking. We cooking dinner on here. I can't call this a bad stove because it's getting the job done. Look at that. It's getting the job done. And I haven't been out here long. I had that steel plate on there, slowing stuff down. But now we going. All right. So right now those better coals right there is about to heat that wood up in there, dry it out, and it's going to set it ablaze, and then it's going to really start heating back up. But by then we're going to get ready to take this sausage off. Leave it on there for a little bit longer while we finish cutting up our cabbage, prepping our cabbage. But yeah, nah, this is a decent stove, man. For 130 bucks, I'm not complaining, man. But we cooking for free. All right. Let me see if I get a better view. So y'all can like kind of get like a better picture of what I'm talking about. Y'all see all that wood right there in the background? I got all that wood for free, man. All that wood for free. All right. And it's all hardwood. It's all oak and maple. It's predominantly oak, white oak, red oak, and maple. All right. So I saw some arborists, a tree company taking down trees around the corner from my house. I'm like, I want to start heating the home for free. I had an issue with the furnace this past winter, man, and I had to go a whole week in the cold, man. The family home whole week without the furnace going. I need a new pump for my furnace. So I'm like, I don't want to have to go through that again. It's the second time the furnace had an issue since wife and I got this home right here. We bought this home in 2019. I fixed the furnace myself the first time. All right. I had to put on a new I forgot what that converter piece is, man, but I put on a new converter piece that the gas flows through. It's like an automatic stop. If it has an issue, it'll stop the gas from going. That piece right there, I put that on myself. Changed it on myself, watched some YouTube videos, University of YouTube, and I got the job done. But this time, I didn't know what the problem was. I had to hire a professional, and he came, diagnosed it, and we needed a new water pump for the furnace. All right, so it is what it is, but I don't want to have to keep going through that. Got a fireplace, but I already did the research, and I know that fireplaces are not the most efficient as far as retaining heat and burning wood, and you're getting the most out of what you're doing and burning wood. So I was looking it up, and I'm like, wood burning stoves, man. I started learning about wood burning stoves, and I've been kind of in love with the wood burning stove since, man. So I'm super happy, man. I was cooking over a rocket stove a little bit, but I was getting so much heat loss and smelling like fire every time because it's so much. Like I didn't have a flue, I didn't have a smokestack, so all the smoke was blowing in my face. And my clothes, everything smelled like fire. This way here, I want to make the flue a little bit higher, and I'm gonna be all right. But I'm gonna just stay out the way of the wind. But This is a lot better than the rocket stove. Although the rocket stove is still efficient. It cooks. I did a side by side video the other day. It was like last weekend. But I did a side by side. I did rocket stove versus tent stove. They both cook dinner. They both got the job done. But yeah, no, I'm here for it, man. Cooking for free on the wood burning stove, man. I'm gonna be out here. So I'm gonna have the indoor stove, wood burning stove, and I'm gonna have the outdoor one. So in the summer, the warmer months, I'm gonna be out here with this one. And then in the colder months, I'm be indoors cooking with it. But let me know, man. Anybody got a wood burning stove, man? What are y'all doing? So we got the cabbage done right there. All right. The sausage is getting ready to come off. And look at all those logs, man. You see all the logs back there? All right. I've been busting those up, chopping those up, and then making cores. So I got 4 cores done already. All right. So let's get ready to take this sausage off. Let's check it. Sausages look done. Sausages look done. My kids don't like them when they got too much like dark stuff, brown stuff, the dark spots. Babies don't like that. So I'm not gonna cook them too much. But these are pretty much done, man. These are done. So we're gonna take these off. I'm gonna get a little bit more. The fire's going. The fire's lit in there. I want to get a little bit more brown and a little bit of brown on each side. But the sausages are done. Let's get ready to get that cabbage on there. And I'm actually, because we're cooking over the open fire right now. So when I take this off, I'm going to feed some more wood in there from the top. You're going to see that fire going. All right. We're going to switch it over from the cast iron to the wok. Got a little bit of browning on that side and a little bit of browning. Nice. All right. So let's see. We just we just cooked some sausages. All right. Off the wood burning stove. The sausages are done. All right. We got some decent browning on there. Not bad. Not bad. I can't complain. It's hard. It's getting the job done, right? All right. So let's switch over. We're gonna switch over from the cast iron to the wok. All right. Okay. Let's get our cutting board out the way. Got my wok ready. All right. I don't have the heat, the real good heat gloves. So it is what it is. I'm gonna have to be fast with these gloves right here. That's what I got. It's gonna move fast with it. Go from this one right on top of the big. All right. Y'all see that? Y'all see that flame? Let me know. Can y'all see that flame in there? Y'all see it, right? Y'all see the flame going? Yeah, look at that flame there. All right. So before I put this pan on here, let's feed this fire. Let's see what we can get in there. Got some hardwood pieces. That fire is glowing. Look at that. Beautiful. My poker at. Let's get that in there. This is all little pieces of oak, man. Little off cuts, little off pieces that have been chipping off when I've been cutting my logs. And it's all good. Everything's not 100% dry, so I can't just put in any indiscriminate piece. So the ones that have been drying in the sun, doing their thing, you want to use them. All right. Yeah, fire is pretty much fed, man. I can fit a couple more pieces in there. Yeah, our fire is pretty much good for a little bit. We're gonna have a nice raging fire. Okay. All right. Let's get that cabbage on there. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. See that flame? That flame's starting to pop up again. Y'all see it? Yeah. All right. You see that flame in there? Uh-huh. That flame is in there. That fire's gone. It's just starting to catch. Letting that get a little bit more oxygen there. Let things catch. I don't want to run it too hot. Let's get that cabbage on there. All right, so we got the cabbage on there. And when I first start the cabbage, I like to put the lid on it, man. Release some of that moisture. Okay, so we're gonna put a little lid on there. Let that get some heat and release some of that moisture, so that we don't have to have any oil or anything. All right, y'all see that fire? Look at that blaze in there. Yeah, that stove is for camping inside a tent. I'm not going. I got a tent, but you can cook outside with it, man. You don't have to be in the tent to cook with it. As you can see, I'm cooking dinner out here. It don't have to be inside a tent. It's useful for a tent. It's cool to use in a tent. It's an ideal type of stove for a tent, but it does not have to be in a tent. You know, this cooks outside just fine. What's the difference or safety concern with cooking outside of a tent versus cooking inside of a tent? All right. Now, if I were to actually be cooking inside a tent, which I'm going to test it out because I I have a tent and I just bought a tent stove jack. If anybody's familiar with tent stove jacks, whereas like my tent didn't come with a hole in it for cooking and putting a flue through, so I'm going to cut a hole in my tent, and I have the tent jack for to keep the flue from burning a hole or catching my tent on fire. So I have a tent jack. And I'm going to put that on. I'm going to glue it on. I'm not going to sew it on my tent, but I'm going to glue it on my tent, and we're going to run this tent with this stove right here, and then see. I'm going to make sure, and I'm probably going to I'm going to bring out the carbon monoxide detector to see if we're getting any leaking. So right now you don't see any smoke coming through the door or anything. So we're running everything through the flue. So, I mean, we definitely don't want to be in the tent cooking over the open fire, getting any carbon monoxide in there. But we're going to definitely run this tent stove inside the tent, and we're going to see how good this is. And this is $130 setup right here. $130 stove, man. Let's check this out. We got steam, and we're good. We're releasing some moisture in here, so it's good. We don't want to let this run too long because then we start getting burntness on the cabbage. So we want to keep that cabbage moving so it's not really burning. We got a little piece right here. This is how you know we're getting heat. You see that? This is how we know we're getting heat right there. So we got a little darkness on there. It's all good. So we're starting to release that moisture. Once we release a little bit more moisture, this is going to start to cook down. But this releases a little bit more moisture. We don't have to worry about this being in so much uh, in a position to brown. It's not going to brown as easy once a lot of that moisture releases. We got nice fire in there. Yeah. But yeah, let's let that cook down a bit. Then we're gonna season it. I like to season mine once it starts to cook down. That's my preference, man. All right. So let's take a step back. Okay. This does not just have to be for camping. All right. We are cooking. You know, like my little setup right there. Got my little table, my little makeshift table. I just chopped off around, and we're gonna use it. All right. So split in the middle, but that's a table right there. One log for sitting, one log for my table. We cooking over the wood burning stove right now. See that? Beautiful. Let's take a walk back here while that's cooking. All right. Check my rounds out. Hit that like and subscribe button now. But I've been busting these rounds down. All right. I got all this wood right next to the house. Got all this wood for the free. You hear me? All this wood for the free. Been busting on, I've been chopping it up with the chainsaw. And he got these massive rounds. That's what I made my table with. Made my table. These massive rounds right there, that's what I made my table with right there. And y'all see, and look at this. Bringing out the axe, and we got cords of wood right here. Y'all see that? Y'all see these cords of wood? I bust up four cords already. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button for me. All with the axe. All right? All with the axe action right here. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right? That's how it's done. All right? All with the axe. All right? I don't have a wood splitter. And I'm not about to get one. All right? I like busting it up with the axe. And we doing what we got to do. It's part of our chores right here. But look at all that wood. We still got a lot more to go. Got this for the free right here. Got the vegetable garden back here. Vegetables, fruit trees. All right. Peppers. Like I was just saying, just put a bunch of peppers in the ground. Hot peppers, jalapeno peppers, ghost peppers, Carolina Reaper peppers, jalapeno, all Hungarian wax peppers, all type of stuff right here, man. We got a pear tree right here. We got fruit on there. If y'all can see, we got fruit on there. You see the fruits right there? Pear tree right here. All right, currant shrubs, apple trees. Got all type of stuff, man. Y'all see the kale, onions, turnips. You can see right there. Look. Turnip in the ground right there. Turnip, kale. See the onions right there? Just put the onions in maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. Look at the onions. Doing their thing, man. All right, beautiful. All right. Speculum Richie, man, what's going on, man? Just back here, just showing the people, man. I'm cooking dinner and just started to take a walk. The backyard food forest is doing its thing. I'm not gonna walk in there, but we got blueberries, all type of stuff growing back here. There's plenty of blueberries on there, man. Right there. You see them? Blueberries growing. All right. Currant shrub, pear trees, plum trees, apple trees, peach trees, grapevines. Just growing my own food, man. This is what I'm into. You see the grapevine right here? It's the grapevine. I'm training it. I train the grapevine up here. I'm trying to keep it along the top part of the fence where the deer can't get to it. Right here, my raspberry, all that right there, all that shrubbery right there. All right. Those are brambles. Those are raspberries right there. And that's maybe first, second, third, and fourth year raspberries. So we're gonna get a lot out there this year. But let's head back to the front, man. Busting up this wood. Oh man, cooking for the free. I love it. Look at it. I got 4 cords of wood done since I got this free wood. 4 cords, bust up. Council 5, that's what the axe I'm using. Council 5 and the saw, Husqvarna 455 Rancher. That's my saw. All right, but let's head back over here to the wood burning stove. All right. We got the cabbage going. Cabbage doing its thing. Let's get a stir on that. Stir that cabbage up, man. We cooking dinner. We don't want to burn dinner. Let's check it out. Now it's starting really that cabbage smell now. Yeah, nice. It's good. Take a look at that flame. Flame went down. Still got a hot bed of coals here, but let's see if we stick some more wood in there. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what feels dry. Let's see if we can actually get in there. Nice bed of coals in there. Sure. Oof, it's hot in there. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to get in there. Definitely want to get them drier pieces. Okay. Lighten back up. It's like, feed me, feed me, feed me. You want to cook? Feed me. Huh? Nice. All right, get it going. Okay. All right. So look, while that fire continues to do its thing right there, because look, it's lit. It was just coals right there. It just started back up. Y'all see that? Y'all see it right there? All right. I had a tree service for 30 years, and I had guys that love that wood, that food for that food be tasty. Yeah. Yup. I got these from a tree company. They were happy to give me this wood. They didn't have to pay to get rid of it. So it was like a match made in heaven. You know, so you got the homeowner that wants to pay to get rid of the tree. You got the tree company that's happy to get paid to remove the tree. But then you have somebody like me that's happy to receive the wood that the tree company removed so that they don't have to pay to get rid of it. And I get the wood for free. Did you figure out the damper pipe flapper? Yup. Yup. I had to tighten it up. Before it wouldn't work. All right. I tightened it up. You see, before it wasn't doing its thing. But yeah, and I fixed that up. I fixed that problem. Yep. You remember? Yeah. No, I took that in the house. Fixed that. I fixed that. Good. Look at that fire. That fire's going good now. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. While that's going cooking. Look at this. All right, just show the backyard a little bit. Looking like my big toe. All right, yo, look, check this out. This is the front yard. Y'all see the street right there? It's the front yard. So we got fruit trees out here, man. Hazelnut tree. All right. Got some veggies over there. Cabbage. All right. Got nectarine tree right there. Nectarine tree. Got fig trees over there. Fig trees ain't doing a whole lot right now. They getting ready to wake up, man. But got another pear tree right here. Man, we do. I call these food forests because it's not just a vegetable garden. All right, look, peach tree right here. That's a peach tree. All right, this is elderberry. Anybody familiar with elderberry bushes? That's the elderberry shrub right here. This is all elderberry too. Elderberry right here. Anybody familiar with pawpaw? All right, native to New Jersey. It's a little one, but that's a pawpaw tree right there. All right, I got another one. Another pawpaw tree right there. Anybody familiar with pawpaw? P-A-W-P-A-W. That's pawpaw tree right there. All right. I got to clean this up, but it's another plum tree right here. American plum. But I got 11 fruit trees out here and maybe close to like 20 something in the back. I got 40 total. 40 total fruit trees, man. But I got stuff growing in the front yard because really to show the people, show the community that you can do. I'm the only one on my block, only one in my neighborhood that grows food in his front yard, man. Only one. Only one that's growing food in the front yard. Look at this right here. Sage. Look, got my mailbox right there. Y'all saw that? A mailbox right here. We got sage right here. Sage. Right by the road, man. You don't just have to grow grass. You can grow food, man. This is sage. Beautiful sage. Look at that. It's flowering. Guess what? Right next to that, we got thyme. We got thyme. So fragrant, man. Thyme, right next to the sage. Herbs, beautiful. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. I got a tree in the front yard, but guess what? We got garlic right next to it. Garlic, garlic, garlic. All right? More garlic in there. More garlic right there. Garlic, onion, onion. We growing food, man. Not grass, not just grass. Food, not just grass. Trying to tell you, this is how I'm living for real. All right. Food, not just grass, man. We got to check this food. All right, let me check this cabbage before I end up burning this cabbage. That fire is going. All right, my cabbage is this cabbage is cooking. Woo. Definitely releasing that moisture now. Huh? So the fire's hot enough to where it's not moisture pooling at the bottom, but we're definitely cooking. All right. So we don't want to burn it. We don't want to burn it. We don't want that burnt cabbage, but we definitely got that fire going. All right. Our cabbage is cooking. We're getting ready to season it. I like to let it cook down a little bit before I do the seasoning. But yeah, this cabbage is doing its numbers right now. Okay. Let's hit it with the seasonings. Let's cover that back up. Get my seasonings ready. Now, we're not going too crazy with the seasonings. All right. I don't like to go too crazy with the cabbage. Very basic for me. Very basic. All right. Let's go. Let's take the top off right here. We're gonna go salt. Okay. Let's do some pepper. I left the pepper shaker in the house. All right. Got a little bit of pepper. We're gonna do granulated garlic. Granulated garlic. Wind blown. Now I'm a little bit biased with the garlic. I'll do a little bit more garlic than anything else, and a little bit of granulated onion. Not too crazy off the onion, because the onion will overpower the dish. The garlic, it can do that too, but I'm a big fan of garlic, man. I'll do more garlic than onion. Oh, this is looking good. Let me show y'all. This is looking good, man. Yeah. Okay. We looking good. Sauteing that garlic sauteing that cabbage right now. Beautiful. And we're using a wok. All right. Look at that fire. Look at that fire doing this thing in there. Uh huh. And like I said, the wood wasn't even fully seasoned, but it dries out in there. And no, I wouldn't run that unseasoned wood that's not like fully unseasoned or it's not fully seasoned. I wouldn't run that in the house. But because I'm outside and I'm not worried about this getting a chimney fire because it's not connected to the house right now, and I can easily clean my flue because I take the flue apart every time I cook. Every time I'm done and it cools down, I take it apart and I can clean it out. It's easy. Clean it out, take it apart, and put it back in the box. All right, so that's the beauty of this tent stove, man. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. This tent stove is good. Uh-huh. Let's see what we talking about. All right, bro, is that cabbage? Hell yeah. All right. Fried cabbage will stink up the house, but you know it's about to be a good meal for sure. Southern Sniper, man. What's going on? All right. Look, okay. Yeah, we addressed everybody. Okay. Yeah, look at the table, man. This is so convenient. It's an easy makeshift table. That bottom log, that's the one that I put other logs on to split my logs with the axe. There's another round. I just cut this round the other day, and I'm like, you know what? That's my seat. So this is my prep table right here. Simple prep table. That's my seat. That's my table. We got an easy prep table. Didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to use a screw, a nail, a hammer, none of that. And look at that. Look at that. What we cooking with? We cooking with a bunch of bark right now. That's the bark that peels off. We cooking with bark, and then some of these pieces, like some of this, like this is still has some heft to it. So I know this ain't really dry like that, but the thinner pieces, like yeah, nah, we can cook with that. These thin pieces that dry out real quick, yeah, we'll cook with that. It's a little hefty right here. But these thinner pieces that dry real easy, these feel like they weigh like nothing already. They don't weigh much. We cooking with those. So we getting that food done. We getting dinner done with tree bark and these thin pieces of wood from the hardwood that I've been cutting in the backyard, man. All right, so we got all that hardwood. I gotta come out here and cut a bunch more logs because I've been knocking down my wall. I build up my wall maybe about 4 or 5 feet tall, and then just start getting after. I come home, want to get a nice workout in, let out some aggression or whatever the case may be to justify it. Come out here with the axe and just get busy, man. Come out here with the axe and how much you got split? I got 4 cords. Hold on. Let me stir this cabbage first. You gotta stir this cabbage. We don't want that cabbage burning, man. I got 4 cores done. I had this wood for maybe about a month now, give or take. But I got 4 cores done. I could split a cord in a day. 4 cores, man. So that took me, let's cover that back up. I did a video where I split a cord in 4 hours by hand with the axe. Okay? Look at that. And these are my turnips. I took these turnips out the ground, man. These are turnips right here. They go in the seed. See those pods right there? Turnip seed pods right there. Turnips. 4 cores done with the axe. The Council 5 is what I'm using. I got the Fiskars X27. I got the Fiskars Maul. But I love that Council 5. We got another one back there. That's the first one I did right there. That's the first one. So this was the first one. This was the second one. This was the third one right here. And this is the one I just did the other day. All right. So we got 4 cores done. All right. And guess what? We got more pallets. And I got them on pallets. Must keep them off the ground, right? We don't want rotting. And we're using welded wire. This is welded wire fencing. I got free pallets from my job. All right. So I go to the job. They have a ton. Now look, I'm going to take home about 2-3 pallets a day. They be like, man, take as much as you want. Take them all. Like, man, say no more. Take home some pallets, and then we build a kingdom. This is somebody else's trash, man. My treasure. You know? Like they say, one person's trash is another person's treasure. They didn't want it. I'm heating and eating for free. Heating my food, heating the home for the free, man. I'm too old for all that manual. It's my thing, man. Sharik and Zone, man. Hey, brother. You're doing a fantastic job with that lumber, that timber. My friend, yes, sir. I got 4 cores split by hand. That's what I love to do, man. I appreciate you, man. Sharik and Zone. That's Sharik and Zone, man. Love the videos, man. Love your content, man. I appreciate you for supporting this whole time, man. And we are cooking outside on the wood burning stove, man. I got a little tent stove. Got a little tent stove. It's been doing this thing, man. Out here cooking cabbage. I just finished cooking some sausage. So we made some sausage on it in the cast iron pan right there. And then now I'm out here with the wok cooking that cabbage. Cabbage is almost done. It's getting there. Beautiful. I appreciate you, man. I know you probably can't stay long, but it's all good. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing, man. I'm cooking for free with that wood. With that wood I got right there, those little small little chips that chip off when I'm chopping logs and stuff. I'm out here cooking with it. We're not letting that go to waste. So when those small little chips happen, I put them in a bucket, sit them out in the sun, let them dry. And then the tree bark. I'm burning tree bark too, man. We're not letting any of that go to waste. So that's what we're doing. Everything looks great. I appreciate you. That Sharik is on, man. Everybody go over there and check his channel out, man. He got good content, man. Really smart dude, man. Tea connoisseur, knife throwing master, man. He's a good dude, man. But yeah, we're just cooking dinner outside, man. Let's cover that back up. retain some of that heat. But yeah, look at that. Look at the coals in there. Waste not, want not, for sure. Look at that hot bed of coals right there. And we cooking off coals right now. I'm getting ready to throw some more pieces in there though. All right. You're going to be ready for the Alaskan Outback soon. Yeah. And I'm gonna do a video where I bring out the tent and we're gonna run that tent stove inside the tent. All right. Oh, you're too kind and generous, sir. Man, I mean it though, man. I appreciate you, man. You've definitely been supporting the channel. I love your videos, man. You are just a wealth of knowledge, man. All right, so let's feed this fire a little bit more. Keep that cabbage growing. See what we got room for. Okay, got a few pieces in there. Right forward. So keep that fire right back up. Yeah, man, we got dinner cooking on this thing. She burning. Now you see, we're not burning completely super clean because that wood is not 100% dry. We're not under 20% moisture, but it's all good. And it's outdoor stove that's drying it out. So a lot of that is steam. All right. I'm not worried about building too much creosote and starting a chimney fire because I'm outside. There's no risk of fire right there. You know, it's not going to set the house on fire. And I get to clean the flue right after this dries or this cools down. So I'm not worried about it. It's all good. So let that wood, and look at that. Y'all can see it. It's lit already. It's lit already. Y'all see it in there? That fire's going already. It was just coals, but that fire's going already. Yeah, look at that. That fire, that wood is lit and going already. Yeah. And we burning. We burning tree bark. Like this stuff right here, this tree bark, we don't waste tree bark. I'm not wasting it. That stuff burns. That stuff burns too. We burning tree bark. Don't waste it. I'm burning tree bark too. Burning and cooking with it. You know? One person's trash is another person's treasure. You know? Cooking for free. Keeping the house cool. All right? Because it was warm. I came home from work. It was warm in the house. I'm like, man, I don't want to heat the house up. Have to open up the window or run the fan or turn the heat or something. Like the point of getting all this wood was to lower the bill, the energy bill. So and then got to open up windows, turn on fans, increase the bill, and then be, you know, it's counterproductive. Let's test this out right here. Let's see how we doing. It's good. The flavor's on point, but we need a little bit more cook on that. A little bit more cook on that. So just want to make sure I keep this moving. We're not burning our cabbage. And I'm not going to add any more wood to it. So that fire burns down. I want to make sure we run off. We're going to finish cooking with just the coals. Just to heat up the coals, or else this thing is going to be hot until tomorrow morning. This thing will be hot all night. This thing will never cool down. We are doing our thing, though. I'm happy with the stove. The little $130 stove. I need to scoop, but it was a real pleasure catching up with you. Have a great dinner, and I'll catch you again soon. All right, salute, man. All right, Thomas, Elias, man, what's going on? That's pretty much it, man. Sausage and cabbage. We make dinner. We're cooking on the outdoor tent stove, man. Doing our thing, man. Backyard lumberjack, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. All right, just showing y'all. Y'all can. It don't just have to be used for a tent stove. We can cook outside. All right. I almost bought another one. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got this one. Started cooking on it, and I made dinner. I made turkey burgers, green beans. Threw on another batch of turkey burgers because the wife and kids ate it all. Threw on another batch of turkey burgers, and I was like, man, this is like one burner right here. That fire, fam, big blessings for sure. All right, Fig fam, Fig fam. Is your name Fig, man? Because that's part of your last name or something, man, or you grow fig trees, man. I'm interested because I got some fig trees too, man. I got about 5 or 6 fig trees. Anyways, yeah, I almost bought another one. This was $130. Like I said, I'm cooking for free. Y'all see all that wood behind me? I got it all for free, and I almost bought another one. So I can say like I'm cooking on 2 different burners. Like I'm almost like I'm cooking over the stove. I can run them how I want. I can run one super hot and run one not so hot, maybe like a bed of coals. And then like, all right, so if I'm cooking rice, I'm like, all right, I throw it on a hot one, bring it to a boil, and then add my seasonings, stir it, and then throw it on the one that's just a bed of coals so it can simmer. And I was thinking about keeping this one like one chock full of wood for the stuff that I want to run real hot, and then one for just simmering. So I'm thinking about getting another one, running 2 wood burning stoves for cooking outdoors all summer long, man. Yo, what y'all think? For 130 bucks, and the fuel is free. For 130 bucks, would y'all run 2 of them? I'm thinking about running 2. I really am, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about running 2 of these bad boys. We cooked our sausage, and now we got the cabbage in there. Let's check it out one more time, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Hit that thumbs up, man. We done made dinner. Our sausage is done. Uh-huh. Our cabbage is getting there. Gotta keep that cabbage moving or else it'll burn. But it's looking good. Look at that. That's beautiful. We got good color on there. I didn't add anything for color. It's just nice browning from the heat. We got to keep it moving though. It provides its own moisture. We just can't run it. We don't want to run it too hot without stirring it for too long because it will burn. But the cabbage provides a lot of its own moisture. But with it being outside the way it is, sometimes I don't mind sauteing cabbage without lid. But if we have such a hot fire like we have it, I want to, because you see, there's no moisture in the bottom of that pan. Sometimes you'll have moisture in the bottom of your pan of cabbage, depending on your temperature. But that temperature is so hot that there's no moisture in the bottom of the pan. But you can see all that steam right there. So that moisture is evaporating. So we want to keep some of that moisture so we're not burning. So I'm going to keep putting the lid on there. So if I'm cooking outside in a wood burning stove and I'm not just operating on a bed of coals, y'all see that flame right there? That flame is piping hot. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. Y'all see that? That's a beautiful fire right there. Cooking over a beautiful fire. A free, beautiful fire. Look at that. Look at that. And that's how we do it. We cooking with tree bark right now. You hear me? Tree bark. We cooking with tree bark. For the free. You can't complain about that. Cooking with tree bark, man. Doing our thing, man. That's what I'm talking about. Good dinner for the family. And that's pretty much how we do it, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm almost done. The family just got home. I'm about to go address the family, the kids, the babies. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Backyard Lumberjack. Hit that subscribe button, man.